So many clients come to us and they ask us, look, here's where we are today. We sort of know where we are today. We know where we want to be. We've seen all these different breaches and we don't want to become them. But we're looking at vulnerability management, we're looking at penetration testing, we're looking at so many different services. How do we get to where we need to be by just doing the right things over and over again and watching our company evolve?
Right.
What's your advice to that?
So for me, one of the things we always suggest to our clients is that we should be looking at this as a very iterative approach, and it becomes a very cyclical approach. So while we're putting in or working with the client to, let's say, establish an information security program or review and create a control framework with the client, it isn't good enough to just create that one instance and then walk away from it, or as an organization to just simply put the program into place and then not check back on it. The issue becomes is you need to spend time now on a regular basis assessing how mature your framework is. Is it still relevant to the legislative or regulatory requirements you may be facing? And more importantly, as legislation changes or regulations change, is your framework or is your risk posture going to change because of that? That's where you need to spend the time. And this idea then of a cyclical or iterative approach, that's where we like to focus with our clients, is understanding and appreciating that iterative cycle.
And so a lot of organizations have great talent, absolute excellent security folks. We meet them all the time, but it's tough to find specialists in each area of the business, right? In each area, the security area.
Absolutely.
So when you go outside, what kind of expertise do you look for to help manage these controls, to help manage the risk?
Right. As a former CISO and as someone who's actually purchased services and now as someone who's providing services, what I look for is the depth of the experience for the individual providing it, and also an understanding, do you really understand my business first? Okay. For me, I've spent more time than not with individuals who had no clue what I did for a business. And those were the engagements I wasn't impressed with. From my perspective, I always want to make sure we have somebody who's keyed in or tuned into my environment, my business, and understands the risks that my organization faces in my environment.
So as you evolve, you've got to understand what controls are important to your organization, and you certainly have to have the experts in there to make sure that those controls are working in your favor. Absolutely. And that they're evolving.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I mean, key for me is making sure that when you're establishing your relationship with your provider, that it actually is a relationship, that it should be a growing relationship because you want to be engaged and you want your service provider, your security provider, to actually understand your business and grow with you.
Okay, great.